guys. I just came from the episode premiere, like many of you did, and I'm so happy with how the headlights turned out. It's always nice on Saturday mornings when an episode premieres and I just see so many familiar faces and names in the chat. Like, this thing that's building is like picking up a good amount of momentum. At first it was starting out really slow and I was like questioning like, do I want to do this? But now it's like I'm doing it, and it's gotten to the point where I dropped down my job position twice because I'm just ready to be a YouTuber. So thank you everyone who came to the premiere and who's here right now. We got David T in the chat first. I wired in the headlights the way that you saw in the episode with the intention. I know it's a shoddy wiring job, like it's not even the right kind of connector. It was that weird little like the end of the wires for the like remote controller part. I don't even know if you guys know what I'm talking about. For the colorful rim around the headlights, the end of the wires was this weird little like pointy claw half circle thing, which I do intend on swapping out with an actual connector and like properly piggybacking it off of one of the fuses. For now, I just took one of the pointy parts of the prong, shoved it in with one of the other connectors, and it's there. And I was thinking like, this is like a bad wiring job. I should like undo it. But I didn't. It's just still like that. And it's working. We can actually take a look at them right now. No, I didn't fix the loose wire under the van. I do want to take the voltmeter to it at some point, which I'll post another short with like a comment from that one so it's in the same thread, because I do want to figure out what that wire is. But for now, look at that. The color effect is so fucking sweet. So there's one of them. Here's the other one. Beautiful. And it's not even like full sunlight right now. It's like an overcast day. On the right side of the fuse, I think so. I looked at many diagrams to figure out which fuse to connect it to, and like along the fuse there's like multiple connection points, so I think I'm on the right one. Let's go ahead and turn the lights on so you guys can see the LEDs functioning, swirling their colors. Oh, that's like, whoa. On camera it looks like it's moving way faster. Well, it looks very different on the iPhone front camera. The colors are moving very slow to my eyes right now. There was one time that I started the van and I didn't realize that the color had switched. Like I maybe like accidentally bumped the remote or something. But thankfully it switched to just a plain color. I have a new discovered anxiety as I'm driving. Like, what if I have no idea and it's on the like cop pullover setting and people think I'm trying to fucking pull them over? Frame rate choppy. No. Well, yes. I hope that the frame rate goes back to being normal and that you guys can hear me all right. but I'm super excited. They look so good, and I'm really proud of myself that I was able to get the project done. I just kept on pushing. I'm like, having the weekly deadline of Saturday really helps with my productivity, because it's like, it's gotta get done by Wednesday, because then Thursday and Friday I can edit, because the video comes out Saturday. Like, if it wasn't for the channel and like having this community of people to show the projects to, I don't think they would get done. So it's all, everything's just like working in this orbit. Bruce Sitarnik said cool headlamps, and those are legal in Hawaii. Kind of not. I haven't actually looked at the specific Hawaii laws, but I know that in general, the only street legal colors on those are like the white and amber. Like, technically you're not supposed to be driving around with like purple headlights, but out here so many people do that I haven't had any trouble with the cops so far, and I've been having them on that setting since the moment I put them in, and I've driven past a lot of cops. Like, I drove past probably 20 cops at least, and like, they looked at me, you know, and no one pulled me over or even like batted an eye. So far it's fine. Once we're driving through the states for the road trip, I'll probably be a little more careful, because out here everyone has super like customized like underlit trucks and shit, so it's just the typical, oh yeah, end of the month, they're trying to hit their quota. They're like, yeah, I haven't given out my like 30 tickets yet. But it's like, okay, for the first time they pulled me over about it, and have the benefit of the doubt of being like, what? I just thought they were cool. They're illegal? Sorry, officer, I'll turn them off. Oh, I do want to pull up, I'm trying to remember to every live stream pull up my list of mooners and do the shout outs. Must be shadow banned. There actually are shadow ban words on this channel. Like, you're not allowed to say armpit, and you're not allowed to say like titties. There's certain stuff that we just like blacklisted. So if your comment includes anything like that, it just doesn't show up. Okay, the members. Which, now that I have actually nice phone, I can use my iPad to remember what to talk about in these live streams. We have some mooners on this channel. We're still making the transition of doing the live streams here instead of on Van on the Moon, and so some people have switched their membership over, but I'm gonna shout out the mooners from both channels, because there's still mooners that are members of the other channel. Anyway, the mooners I have over here, the first one was actually Raymond Mister, and then Bruce Eternic, David T, and Stratocaster 486. Thank you guys for being the full mooners on the Molly Eich channel. This is just like growing more and more. Yesterday I finally got to add the like mooner symbol, so the people who have like the mooner membership, you can notice this week they do have the mooner badge there. Oh, I see what you mean, Bob Cox. Yeah, I don't know. It says there's 24 people in here right now, which this is still in the first, like, we've only done a couple live streams on here. Like, the first couple live streams over on Van on the Moon were the same like this. Like, it's just like 20 something, and then it started ramping up to be like 40 something, and then all of a sudden they started getting like 30,000 views. So I think the YouTube algorithm or something just wants you to like kind of show that you're actually in it. Like, you know, if you do a couple live streams, it's like, okay, you might be fucking around, but if you're like in it every weekend, they'll be like, okay, this person's serious about their stream, and start boosting it. Like, one of the live streams over on Van on the Moon got like 35,000, and then there's one with like 32,000. This channel has a very dynamic range of views it gets. Like, some of the videos only get like 400 views, and then I have the ancestry video that is at like 57,000 views now, something crazy. But speaking of Van on the Moon, I want to shout out the Mooners over there too, because that is like in my like membership section. It's one of the key parts of being like full Mooner status, is that you get shout outs in all the live streams. So let's check out who we got. We're on Van on the Moon, which, to all the people who are members on Van on the Moon, you can choose to have your membership over there, but honestly, my recommendation would be to stop that membership and switch it to this channel, because this is where all of the live streams are gonna be. So then I'll see your badge here, because over there I'll only see your badge during the episode premieres. Makes sense. Or you can just have it on both, but no pressure though, none at all. Okay, it's okay, let's see. The full Mooners of over on the Van on the Moon channel is actually a very similar list to this one. Rainbow Sparkle, of course. Bruce Eternic, he's a full Mooner on both channels. Louis Laura, Stratocaster 486, another full Mooner on both channels. And then we also have a bunch of honeymooners, which, since we don't have that many full Mooners yet, I'll also shout out to the honeymooners. We've got Mars, which has been like the day one OG Mooner, which special extra shout out to Mars. We kind of had a little like comment spat with some random guy that was like totally up in my comments saying like, oh, isn't it so like sad when a beautiful girl like makes herself look bad on purpose or something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was referring to like my dreads and my piercings and stuff. And I'm like, have you ever thought about that maybe it's to repel guys like you? And then he's like, oh, getting all defensive, and Mars stepped in and came for the jugular, and I'm like, yes. The Mooners, we create a force field, keeping out the haters. Lacey Martin, my sister, also a honeymooner. Oh my gosh, I just got Bruce, you are so amazing. You literally, like, I know I say it every time, but you are the #1 sponsor of this channel. Bruce Eternic just sent another $100 to my Venmo. I don't even know how much you've sent total at this point, but it helps so much. Like, genuinely, these projects cost more than I get from YouTube, so your sponsorship lets me keep buying cool, crazy stuff like $250 headlights. So it means the world to me. Thank you. Shout out to Bruce, full Mooner ×2, and the #1 sponsor of the channels. The honeymooners, also shout out. I want to finish that list. We got the Mama Raider. She's a honeymooner, which I saw her comment in the episode premiere, so she might be in the house here too. So watch out, because she'll get your ass if you're a weirdo. We got Scrumpy McGrumpy, which if you're into van project stuff, check out his channel too. He's got projects going over on the East Coast. David T, the moderator. David T cleans up the chat, makes sure that the pervs be gone. Bob Cruton. Oh, that's a new honeymooner. Just joined 4 days ago. Welcome to the Mooners, Bob Cruton. Yeah, Bruce is the MVP. But yeah, anyone who is like, I don't know, interested in just like being in this community and like interacting, like I see you guys interacting with each other too. I've been thinking about making like some kind of group chat type thing, not like a phone number group chat, but like, I mean, we all talk in the comments section, but I know there's some channels who will have like a Discord server, or some people do it on the Patreon platform where people like can just like have forums there. Because now that I've been posting these shorts where people get involved, like a couple of days ago I posted a short asking about the wire that's hanging out of the bottom of my van, which was coming from this little mechanism that now I know is like a fuel pump. You guys totally helped out. Like, I genuinely didn't know. First off, it was a fuel pump, and second off, that it's fine for wires to just be hanging there. I do intend on clipping that, but I'm just like, I'm liking the community vibe lately. Someone said I can smell the patchouli through my phone. Bye, Bob. I always wonder if people mean that as a insult. I'm like, patchouli smells fucking good, so I don't know. It has a connotation like it's supposed to be a jab, but I'm like, I wouldn't mind smelling like patchouli. I think it smells great. Hi, JJ. Okay, I've got a couple ideas on what next week's video could be, and there's a couple of things hinging on what will come out first, which the main thing is that I did send in my spit finally to 23andMe, but they announced bankruptcy. And I don't know when I'll get my results. They said like a week or two, but they're also going under and like cut a bunch of their stuff. So I'm really hoping that next week I can finally do the 23andMe announcement, and that'll kick off like a 4-video series of comparing 23andMe and Ancestry. But just in case that result doesn't come in, what the heck? The weirdest thing just happened. A bunch of birds like shook this tree I'm under or something, and a bunch of stuff fell. Well, that was weird. Are you on cellular internet or Wi-Fi? I'm on the Wi-Fi, but my phone is like really hot. I don't know if my phone, like, it just gets too hot during these. I think that's the problem, because anytime I touch the back and it's like hot to the touch, then the stuff starts lagging. Always technical difficulties. Well, I actually took the case off. I always take the case off for the live streams, knowing that the temperature goes up. Was your other phone getting hot? I actually wasn't using my other phone to do the live streams. I always use my iPad for the live streams. Up until I got the iPhone 16, then I switched to that. So a lot of people have said that the phone has better camera and microphone quality, but if it's lagging and stuff, then I feel like it's a better trade-off to have slightly lower camera and mic quality and have the iPad that didn't lag before, unless I'm mistaken. Okay, for the people who've been coming to the streams for a while, do you remember if up until 2 weeks ago there was lag, generally speaking? Do you have a fan blowing to the I have a fan that I can blow to it. And to me, I'm getting kind of hot too. Okay. Yeah, love my Ryobi products as usual. Wow, it's like a Mariah Carey video. No, Beyonce. Okay, now there's a fan blowing. I wonder if that's just making wind noise in the microphone though. If you lower the video quality on your phone, that'll keep it from getting hot? Maybe. Oh, a Volkswagen group over here on the mainland. Yeah, I'm in a couple of hurricane, dang. And from this way. How's that? Oh, the Mama Reader's here. Just over here laughing. Are you laughing at my music video? Someone give me a microphone. That feels really good, actually. This will be the thumbnail. Let me screenshot. Oh, that made mine lag a lot. So, actually, I just remembered. See, okay, this is one of the factors on why I like using the phone to do the live stream. Because I have the ability to start a poll. You guys will see it in a second. I know right now you just see me staring at my screen. I'm writing a poll to ask guys. Okay, poll. Which device should we stream on is the question. This one, which is kind of lagging and gets really hot, or the iPad, which we were using the whole time before, but just can't write polls with. We've got 6 votes. All right, looks like everybody's leaning to iPad. Oh yeah, that number's going up even more. Oh, it went down. It's evening out, guys. It's moving. Right now it's 50-50. Wow, okay, this poll didn't help at all. It's literally 50%, 50%. So one of my reasons of like wanting to do it on the phone is so I can do polls and also the added benefit of being able to switch it to subscribers only when I want to. Which one works better consistently? So it the iPad is better. I don't know. The iPad lags less, but the phone has more features and better camera quality. All right, I guess I'll just end the poll. The results stopped moving and literally stopped at 50-50. Many apps running in the background. I'm hesitant to go to where I could close the background apps if there are any, because it might jack up the stream even more. We're still working out the kinks for all this stuff. Kevin Mack voted the iPhone. Yeah, I'm curious who voted what. Which honestly, having the poll feature on the iPhone, it's not too crucial because I could just ask a question out loud and you guys could write your answer and I can count them. Like, all right, we got Kevin Mack voted iPhone, David T voted iPhone. I'm curious. The moderator said do it on the pad, which is what my my niece used to call, or I guess we all called her iPad the pad. So as far as the vocal poll, it's 2-1. I'm curious what Rainbows has to say about this. Babe, which one do you think? The iPad or the iPhone? iPad? All right. Another vote for iPad. I think next week we'll go back to the iPad. We did actually, you know what? The only reason that we switched to the iPhone anyway was because the week I got this phone, the iPad wasn't putting out any audio. But I think that was just a bug because I was having other bugs. Mara said, I prefer to keep my iPad versus iPhone thoughts private. Don't want to be judged. This is a judge-free zone. Mars, it's okay. Bruce Eternic says iPad. The feature to turn on subscriber only is gold, but we honestly don't really have to worry about it lately because there's not like, it's not the whole like 30,000 people vibe that it was over on Fan on the Moon. So like the chat's not overwhelming here. And who knows if it'll even get like that. So next week we will switch back to the iPad. There's also a thing that is like go live together. It's a feature that when I go and set up the live streams, it shows up as an option to have available. So I'm considering at some point turning on that feature, because then if anyone wants to like jump on and have their face here too, like if the moderator wants to join in and have another moderator live stream, like there's a way to do that remotely. I haven't watched other people's live stream on YouTube who do that, but I've seen it on other apps and it's actually pretty cool. Also, so yeah, Yerba is the new version of the Starbucks matcha every morning. It feels good to be away from my Starbucks kick. This is actually half the cost of a venti matcha from Starbucks. So now I drink, instead of one big matcha a day, I drink 2 of these bad boys, and I'm zooming. Double the caffeine. And it's a less oh, the moderator is judging. Sorry, Mars. It's probably good you kept it to yourself, unless you were gonna vote iPad. Because if you agree with her, I don't think there'll be as much judgment. Yeah, I am very close to the Wi-Fi box. I'm pretty much as close to Rainbow's Wi-Fi box as I would be in the furthest point inside of his apartment. So I don't think the Wi-Fi is the problem. I think it's just because this phone is like fucking hot. It's like too high tech for its own good. It can't handle the heat. It's also just really hot. Like, I mean, we live on Maui, obviously, which is hot. But like, also we live in a town on Maui that's especially hot. And to add heat to the fire, I'm also sunburnt. Oh yeah, I haven't even told you guys, yesterday me and Rainbows went on a really nice trip. It's like basically the best boat trip that Maui has to offer. Like, if you ask around the harbor workers, like, of other boat companies, everyone will say the Discover Lanai trip by Trilogy is the best one. So I hadn't gone on it all this time. I've been hearing about how good the food is, how pretty the beach is, how nice the boat is, and I just like, you know, I only really go out with my own company. But finally I was talking to a friend who works over there, and she was like, dude, just come out, just try it. So me and Rainbows went yesterday, and it was fucking amazing. It's like cruise over one island over on a pretty sailboat. They give you breakfast, they drop you off on that island, and then when you're like over there, you can snorkel, you can hike, they barbecue you up a big lunch, and then you cruise back during sunset, and there was like whales and dolphins. Just magical knowing that we're going to leave like the islands sometime in the next couple years. It's gonna, you know, I just want to do all the things that I'm like, I for sure want to do this thing in Hawaii before I leave. Like, we're gonna leave soon, so now's the time to do all those things. And I'm purposely not vlogging it all and not like taking my phone out and taking pictures. Like, I want to be like fully present for all of it. Oh, turn off the GPS on your phone. I just don't want to exit this because I don't know if I come, like, if I leave this stream to go turn off the GPS, that might fuck it up even more. So next week, I'm gonna just go back to using the iPad, and hopefully the audio works. I'll probably do a quick, like, test run stream sometime midweek to see if I can like get the audio to work on the iPad. Does the phone get hot when you use it for other times? I don't think so. I always have a case on it though, so I can't really feel the back if it's hot. Byron Kuchera asked about the road trip. So this is my Volkswagen van again that I've been working on for like almost 2 years now, probably. Me and my partner want to ship it to California, fly to California and meet it there, and then just drive for a while. Like, I haven't seen all these other states, all the like middle states. Like, what the fuck does Area 51 look like? What does, like, I mean, I've heard Utah is like the most beautiful place, and that's the most random spot. Like, I wouldn't ever like fly into Utah. So going and just driving around, like seeing, like, I've heard there's a bunch of hot springs in Alabama. Like, I would never think to visit that. Genuinely, like, all these places that just don't cross my mind to travel to. On a road trip, I would travel to and through, eventually ending in Florida, maybe working for a bit there to save up money and buy a boat, and then sail the Caribbean. So that's the plan. That's the whole aim here. We're working on it, and it's gonna happen soon. Like, it's in the works, and like, I want to be on the boat within a year, to give you guys an idea of timeline. Jeff Radford said, nice tan. It's from yesterday. It was an 8-hour boat trip. And some of it is actually not tan, it's sunburn. I did not reapply my sunscreen. Heat is the enemy of electronics. Yeah, and it's fucking hot right now. Leaving on jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. We are leaving on a passenger plane, and then a van, and then a sailboat, possibly never to be seen again other than on YouTube. Because we might go to the Bermuda Triangle, which, when I was younger, the Bermuda Triangle was like thought to be this little area of the planet where if you go, you for sure will die, and there's like a weird vortex there. But now that I'm older and have looked at maps, the Bermuda Triangle is fucking huge, and it turns out a lot of people go through it unscathed. So Bermuda Triangle is also on my list. Oh, we actually were brainstorming channel name ideas of, you know, what the boat channel could be called, like a play on Van on the Moon. Some people have said Boat on the Ocean, but I don't remember who said it. It might have been Rainbows. For the boat channel, could be the triangle, because the Bermuda Triangle. So it's in the noggin of potentials. I've also thought of just keeping the boat stuff on this channel, because I already have 5 channels. Bruce Eternick said, USA road tripping like Wallstib of some of us on tour with the Grateful Dead back in the days. I'm so, the whole era of people who got to road trip with the Grateful Dead are part of what inspired this van to be, first off, the choice of van. Like, I wanted it to be a Volkswagen, and also the grooviness and like the colorful, like, psychedelic vibes. Like, that's the era that I've looked to for the inspiration of this van. So finally getting to drive it around in the area that all of that happened, like, I want to at least drive through the Haight-Ashbury district. I'm hesitant to stop just because literally the last time I went there, I watched multiple smash and grabs happen. Like, so I'm like, I don't want my van to get fucked, but like, I want to go be in that vibe with the van. Yeah, 8-hour long sunburn. You guys should see Rainbows. That That dude is crispy right now. We were just baking in the sun. There's like, it was a catamaran, so there's the nets up at the front, and we were just like laying on the net the whole time. So, and then laying on the beach, and then hiking and snorkeling. So we were just like crisping up and rotating like rotisserie chickens for 8 hours. Boat on the Galaxy. Which, just to clarify, once we get the boat, it's gonna be equally as groovy as the van. Like, I see so many boats that people own, and they're so plain. It's like such a... There is an aesthetic of boats, and I notice a lot of people just like stick in the typical boat aesthetic, and I'm like, why don't we make our boats look like trippy spaceships though? So ours will definitely be similar vibe, you know, similar vibe to this, you know, velvet ceilings, acrylic colorful mirrors, and beautiful fabrics is definitely gonna be the vibes. It's like people think they want a boat, but they wish they had a plain ass boat. Yeah, they just all the boats we see are like pretty plain. It's like, okay, like plain blue cushions on their plain white boat, and no curtains. If they are, they're just like beige. No, this boat is gonna be the vibe. We will still carry the same aesthetic, because you guys know me with the whole like IDKB is the art signature, and even though I don't make those like anymore, those like vertical art videos, that's where all this began, and I'm just like still carrying the art signature that blossomed from those videos and carrying it into all of my other projects. That's true. Simple is easy to replace when shit goes sideways. That does make sense, that if they just keep it plain, you can easily throw in another thing in its place and it wouldn't make a difference. But what else is easy is when nothing particularly matches. It's all just so colorful and groovy that as long as you replace it with something colorful and groovy, it actually adds zest to the environment. The boat must be called Uranus. Oh, that, you know, I'll keep it in the noggin as a maybe. Dane Drew, all hands on the poop deck. Yeah. There will only be 4 hands, but I'm sure they'll all be on the poop deck. Dang, Stratocaster actually did... Wow, loud ass truck driving past. Stratocaster did get to stay in the Haight-Ashbury area for a week back in 1972. It had already was going through changes then. Don't know what it's like now. It's completely different now. And even within the past, I'd say 10 years, it's gotten like, don't get me wrong, it was already gentrified by the time I got to see it. But now it's like chain stores. Like back then it was like all these like handmade tie-dye shops where like they made the tie-dye at the shops, and like all of these vibey like crystal stores and stuff. And now it's like the chain places, and you go there and it's not stuff that was just made right there. It's like imported and stuff, you know. I hate to see that happening to the whole world, but that's why I'm gonna just like, you know, slowly back away from society. Cool bat name, maybe boat name, sandy vibes. I'm loving all the input on potential boat names. Cause like once we pick a boat name, I will like officially get it registered as that. Like that'll be the call signal. Like one thing to keep in mind is that whatever the boat name is gets said a lot, because as people, like, I'm just explaining this for people who maybe aren't like so in the boat world. That is my whole thing. You're out on the water and actually using radios to contact other captains you see around and the coast guards. Say if you're going in and out of a harbor, you are supposed to get online and go like harbor traffic. Like say, okay, I work on a boat called Ocean Spirit. So if we're like harbor traffic, Ocean Spirit inbound, Ocean Spirit outbound, and then like if you see someone coming this way, like passing on port side, Ocean Spirit to Guardian, like, so whatever this boat gets named is gonna be spoken a lot. So I kind of want it to be like a play on words. Like we can get pretty funky with. Obviously, I'm not afraid of looking like a weirdo because it's just already there. So running with it is definitely an option. For all I care, the boat could be named Poop Deck. Call it Good Looking Dave. Good Looking Dave inbound to the harbor. The locals in SF got a kick out of our 1963 Volkswagen Bug with Alaska license plates. Stratocaster, did you drive from Alaska to San Francisco? I know that's possible to drive, but like, damn, how long does that take? Hershey Squirts. They got pass on that one. Maybe a better chocolate brand. Yeah, Mars, always a genius. YouTube famous. Would be a good boat name. Yeah, YouTube famous. Passing on your right. Moonbound. I like that. I like that. Let me touch the back of my phone. Oh my god. It's fucking hot right now. CIA. Moonbeam. That's actually cool. And also a play on words, because beam is like a description for a boat. Like if you say like a beam, it means next to you on a boat. And like beam is like, you could say like a boat, like for example, my main boat is like a 65-foot long catamaran, and the beam is 35 feet. So like beam is kind of like width of the boat. So like moonbeam is a nice little play, still like mariner vibes, but cosmic. We got love from India. Welcome to the channel. We're in Hawaii right now, but soon to be on the whole planet. Not that Hawaii's not on the whole planet. I mean, we're gonna go explore for a while. Moonbeam. Walk on water for a boat name. That would be cool, but yeah, that's true. It could be already used. We could name it, what are those lizards, the Jesus lizards that run on water? Like the ones that like sprint across the water. Your necklace is very creative. Thank you. I actually made this one. I strung all these beads onto gold wire and put a little clasp in the back. And I'm so happy with how it looks. Basilisk, yeah. Basilisk would be like a pretty sick boat name, but I don't know if I don't know how commonly people like know that, you know. Skipper. So skipper is actually what people call captains. Like that's like a synonym of captain. So our boat would basically be called Captain. Moonbeam is a good name. The moderator. Oh, rainbows. Always knowing. Always knowing. Well, yeah, Happy Times and Joy asked if I could switch to the iPad right now to let the phone cool off. But honestly, I think I'm gonna close it down soon because it's been 51 and a half minutes now. And we usually only do an hour anyway. But then next week, I'll just do it on the iPad because we'll be able to have a contrast on how it went this week versus how it will go next week, and then we'll do another poll. So everyone take a mental log of how laggy this stream was, and then next week maybe it'll be less laggy. Moon rainbows. Well, there is a word moonbows, which I've actually gotten to see a couple now, and they're super awesome. So moonbows would be a cool name also. Yeah, 35-foot beam is a big catamaran. That's how big of one we were on yesterday too. Oh, the moderator said it got better, so it hasn't been lagging as much now. I don't know, guys. As soon as I say that, it started lagging on my screen. I don't know. One day we'll work out the kinks. One day. For now, we're just rolling with the punches. Things are working out over time. Getting the kinks out. So yeah. It's lagging so much for me now, but I'm also getting like notifications from like texts and stuff. Okay, guys, I'm gonna just, before it lags even more, I'm gonna just close it here. You guys are all awesome. Thanks for coming out to the weekly Mooner live premieres. I'll be seeing you all next week. I hope everyone has a beautiful week, and yeah, until next time. Van on the fucking moon.